The big thing that's happened this week is the petition asking for a general election. Of course, this was going to be one of the first things brought in this week's Prime Minister's questions, and it's safe to say it went down well. Starmer was mocked and roasted. In today's video, we will watch and react, whilst also going over all of the latest news from up and down the country. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community. Just a quick one to say we have new Stuck Farmer t-shirts available on our store. Go grab them now. They are available at britishstand.com or check the link in the description.
He should resign and find out. Until then,
I'll decide when there's more.
Mr. Speaker, until then, I'm the one asking the questions. There's a petition out there, 2 million people asking him to go. He's the one who doesn't know. He's the one who doesn't know how things work. It is not government that creates growth, Mr. Speaker. It is business. His employment secretary, I don't see her here, she wants more young people in work. But businesses say they are cutting jobs because of the Chancellor's budget. His Deputy Prime Minister, she is not here. Her employment rights bill will stop businesses hiring. That's what they say. The CBI said on Monday that the dots of the government's policy don't join up. They're right, aren't they?
And she talks about a petition. We had a massive petition on the 4th of July in this country. We spent years taking our party from a party of protest to a party of government. They're hurtling in the opposite direction.
What a load of nonsense, Mr. Speaker. We had a budget in March this year, and tractors were not blockading the streets of Whitehall afterwards. So let me give him another example of a real business and made it easier for people. Everything he has done is attack people. The budget was an attack on farmers, an attack on workers, an attack on pensioners, an attack on the young, and an attack on thousands of charities and businesses across the country. The whole system is broken, Mr. Speaker, and he is making things worse. He is making things worse.
Their constituents will be affected.
Mr. Speaker, he is making things worse. Everyone is unhappy. Isn't it a good thing that the Chancellor is an expert at customer complaints?
Mr. Speaker, I think she's just read out the charge sheet against the last government. Everything is broken. And they come here every week with absolutely nothing to offer except complaints. Nothing constructive, no new ideas. They don't know what they're doing from one day to the next. Living in this fantasy world that everything was fine, apparently, for 14 years. Well, the country's fed up with those fantasies. They've got rid of those fantasies. We're going to take the hard decisions. They're jumping on every bandwagon that's passing. We're taking the country forward.
In other news, pensioners have said they will be forced to choose between having hot meals and heating their homes after Chancellor Rachel Reeves announced the winter fuel allowance would be limited, a new survey has revealed. The impact on vulnerable elderly people is stark, with more than half saying they would need to reduce their heating use at home. More than 3/4 of pensioners spent their winter fuel payments on essential energy costs last year, according to Age UK, as the government moves to restrict the vital support to only those on pension credit or other means-tested benefits. The payments, which helped 77% of elderly people cover heating, hot water, and household appliance costs, will see recipient numbers plummet from 11.4 million to 1.5 million. Age UK's research shows that over a third of older people will struggle financially without the payment. 1 in 10 pensioners reported they would have to cut back on hot meals to cope without the payment, according to the Kantar survey of more than 1,000 people aged 66 plus in September. The situation is particularly concerning for those receiving other benefits, but no longer eligible for winter fuel payments, with 53% saying they would struggle financially. Nearly a quarter, 24%, of pensioners previously used their winter fuel payment specifically for cooking meals. The dramatic reduction comes as part of measures announced by Reeves to address public finance shortfalls. The changes are set to affect millions of elderly people, with Age UK warning of difficult choices ahead between heating and essential needs. "We try and only use 1 hour of heating a day," one 81-year-old man told the charity. An 87-year-old man revealed, "I will have to stay in bed longer and only get up to eat." Caroline Abrahams, charity director at Age UK, said, "It's no surprise to us at Age UK, and it really shouldn't be to anyone else either, that the great majority of older people spent their winter fuel payment on energy-related costs last year. With fuel prices having gone up so much compared to 5 or 10 years ago, even older people who expected to be relatively comfortable in retirement have been impacted and forced to tighten their belts." A government spokesperson defended their position, stating, "We are committed to supporting pensioners, with millions set to see their state pension rise by up to £1,900 this Parliament through our commitment to the triple lock. Over 1 million pensioners will still receive the winter fuel payment, with pension credit claims seeing a 152% increase. The government highlighted additional support measures, including the £150 warm home discount and cold weather payments. The Household Support Fund has been extended to help struggling households with bills and essential costs over winter, with Age UK urging those affected to contact their local council for potential support. Lastly, King Charles has changed his eating habits since his cancer diagnosis, according to Queen Camilla's son. The 76-year-old monarch was diagnosed with an undisclosed form of cancer in February this year. Tom Parker Bowles, the son of Queen Camilla, revealed that the king has cut down on some of his favourite foods as he focuses on his health. Tom said, "The king, after what he's been through recently, is looking again at what and when he eats." He told Saga, "I'm no nutritionist, but I know that food is part of a body's medicine. It knows when we're having the right stuff." In addition, the food critic revealed that Camilla, 77, has cut down on lamb, beef, and pork. These red meats are classed as a probable cause of cancer, according to cancer research. Tom referred to King Charles as a food hero. He added, "This is not me being oily. I'm simply stating the facts. Ask him about artisan British cheeses, or the number of apple varieties in the orchard at Highgrove, and he knows his stuff." The food critic and chef revealed that when writing his new book, Cooking and the Crown, he spoke to the King's chef, Mark Flanagan, and visited the kitchens at Buckingham Palace. Speaking on the royal family's Christmas dinner, Tom said, "I keep getting asked what royal Christmases are like, but I've not actually been to one. I've talked to my mother about it, and from what I gather, it's fairly traditional. A decent-sized Norfolk turkey with all the trimmings, mince pies and Christmas pud." The 49-year-old suggested he is unsure where he will be spending Christmas this year. He added, "I might be with my mother and the king, or I might be preparing the veg before having a pint in my local." King Charles stepped back from royal duties for 3 months after his cancer diagnosis, returning to work in April, where him and Camilla visited a cancer treatment centre. Princess Kate, 42, was diagnosed with cancer in February and announced she had completed her chemotherapy treatment in September. Buckingham Palace has not revealed what form of cancer King Charles or Princess Kate were diagnosed with. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.